welcome from the City Power Centre to match 19 of the Weber WBBL. It's the Melbourne Renegades up against the Sydney Thunder.
Adapadu and Litchfield as well.
Talia Wilson on strike, and Mino just defends away on the onside. Behind the stumps, tossed up. This time Wilson does hammer it away on the onside and finds the gap too. Tossed up and swept away. Fine again. That should get down to the rope, and it does.
Cricket.
Kennedy, driven magnificently by Adapadu. Through point for 4. Chamari Adapadu. Kennedy bowls again. Full driven, a bit uppish. Well, it's through the covers for 4. Talia Wilson on strike. And that one just jagged back in, but Wilson beats short, fine leg, and it will be another boundary. So the last 3 deliveries bowled have all gone down to the boundary. O'Donnell in again, and that one is driven off the outside edge between gully and point for another boundary.
Build some pressure here.
Adapadu gets one tossed up, and it's hit between cover and point. Harmanpreet Kaur comes in the attack and bowls to Talia Wilson, who immediately advances down the wicket, and first bounce, it goes over the rope for 4.
Cutting that away, and it'll get to the boundary. It will for 4. Goes for it again, this time gets elevation, but it is safe, and another boundary. So back-to-back 4s for Adapadu.
Bowler bowler 2 straight.
Big shot. Has it got the distance? It has for 6. Adapatu goes for it again, but it's out. Adapatu's gone, caught in the deep. And the Renegades finally break through for their first wicket. So Litchfield on strike here, and straight off the bat, finds the rope. Wilson steps forward, whacks that away, but there's a fielder there, and it's caught. Wilson's out, and the second wicket falls for Thunder. It's Presswidge again, her second catch of the innings.
Bowls now, and it's short, and it's hit straight back over the bowler's head. Not the conventional on-drive, it was more of a on-drive pull, and it goes down to the boundary for 4. It's a chance at the right-hander. Tosses up, and Knight drives nicely, beats the slide at mid-on, and down to the boundary for 4. That's Litchfield on strike. Advancing down the wicket, hits it straight back over the bowler's head for 6. Magnificently timed by Phoebe Litchfield. Good decision. Kaur this time straighter, shorter. Litchfield pulls hard out to the deep. Great catch taken by Georgia Wareham. Low to the ground. Big wicket for the Renegades, and Litchfield falls. Well, just tucked away. Very fine. Down to the rope for 4. Beaumont couldn't get there.
They got home, and then Data join in.
Presswidge bowls short, worked away nicely between, beats gully, and down to the rope for 4. Be a great provider of disaster at times. Driven firmly. Can't quite beat cover, but there's enough power on it. It'll go down to the boundary rope for 4. That was hit with so much power from Kaur. Presswidge bowls again. This time it's lofted. No power on the shot. Matthews takes the catch to her left. The 4th wicket falls, and that brings about the end of Marizan Cap.
Just made a note too, 179. Let's see what we get. That one's going to go for 4. Knight to face. Steps forward, gets underneath it. It's in the air, and it's over the rope for 6. Cut away nicely, found the gap, and it'll run away to the rope. Past square leg, fielder there, but a misfield, and it's going to be 4. Leroy steps forward, goes for it, has hit that with intent, and that's a boundary.
Magnificent shot.
And that one to the boundary for 4, well executed. Goes for it again, gets down low, and over the rope for 4. Leroy, that's high, and it's caught. A wonderful catch from Kaur, back with the flight of the ball. And that brings an end to Leroyd's time.
Knight guiding that one nicely.
And brings up the half century for Heather Knight. A well-earned 50 runs. She raises the bat. Played a really important role for the Thunder so far this afternoon. Porter gives herself some room. It's gonna bounce and trickle away to the rope. Hits it high. The fielder's coming in, but it'll pitch safely and they'll run hard for 2. And that brings up the end of the Sydney Thunder innings. They finish on 5 for 190. And McGallagher, you said at the start, anything around 160 is good here at Junction Oval. 190 is a very good total in the end.
It's a big task ahead, and them Gallagher, they're going to have to break a season record to win this game, the Renegades.
Yeah, most successful chase we've seen so far is at 161.
Ooh, and immediately, Matthews and gets that one through the infield. Matthews for her first boundary of her innings. And Bates into the attack. Oh, just flicked past and to the rope. Yes, it's got the carry. Matthews goes for it. Swinging hard, but there's a fielder in good position. Ebony Hosking. And that is the first wicket gone. Cutting away a little bit of elevation on that, but it's past the fielders and to the rope for 4, and Webb's off the mark. Webb sweeping, and that's a nice shot to the boundary for 4.
There we go.
Heather Knight into the attack. First ball. He's been swatted down the mid-on for 4. Oh, and it's picked up a wicket immediately. Knocks over the off stump of Courtney Webb. What a start to Hannah Darlington. A beautiful little leg cutter. And the Thunder get their second wicket. Bat there from Tammy Beaumont. As Darlington, she advances down the wicket. It's a lovely on drive. Beats mid-on. Down to the boundary for 4. Hoskins, full driven, straight back over the bowler's head on the bounce.
It's better. Core gets good connection on this occasion. That'll race away for 4. Well played. Core. And that's out. That'll be the end of Core. Caught by Knight. She's gone for 13. Goes for it back over the wicket, and it's got the carry. 4 runs. In the air, and that's out. Another wicket falls. Heather Knight again taking another catch, and Beaumont's out for 37. 4th wicket gone for the Renegades. First ball for Presswick, and she's gone for a golden duck. A superb piece of bowling from Darlington. Oh, Dooley defending for her life.
Full face of the bat, leans on it. Yeah, it's compiling.
Wareham cutting nicely, beats the fielder, and that'll be a boundary. Dooley over, square leg towards the boundary, and it's there. Straight down the wickets, and that's over the rope for 6. Great shot.
A few overs back. Falls up, hit hard, straight down the ground, over the rope for 6. Darlington bowls and driven again, straight, repeated the shot. This time it's found the fielder. Adapatu takes a beauty and celebrates. And Georgia Wareham departs after looking very dangerous. Coit gets a short ball, leg stump, puts it away for a boundary.
Like that one.
On cue. Fabulous.
Just like that. Cap bowls flashed away behind point down to the boundary for 4 runs. Darlington has 4 wickets, bowls to Coit, hammers it hard, high. That is gone miles to the Blackie Ironmonger stand over the fence. All right, here's Sam Bates, close out the day's play, tosses up on square leg, and it goes down to the boundary. Second bounce over the rope for 4.
Easy as you like. It's just left too much work to do today.
Bates, off the inside edge of the bait. It's dragged away by Coit. Dooley's really keen to come back for the second. It'll be a tight call at the keeper's end. That's out, I reckon. And it is out.
Yeah, but I love that the Renegades are still trying to do everything they can here. Like, you could just run the single and let the game peter out, and I understand they're not going to win. But to show intent and just go, well, we've got nothing to lose. Let's try and grab the extra run and show the intent here. And
so Sammy Bates to complete her over and the innings, and I'll pick up a single, which means the Renegades will finish at 7 for 153. The target was 191 for victory, and it's a comfortable 38-run victory for the Sydney Thunder, who continue just to work their way up the ladder. Emma Gallagher.
That's the wicket they want.